Good morning, students. Last class we discussed about municipal solid waste. Solid waste management are mainly there are three types. Number one, municipal solid waste. Then number two, hazardous or industrial solid waste. Number three, biomedical or hospital solid waste. Last class we discussed about municipal solid waste. Municipal solid waste characteristics of municipal solid waste and stages of solid waste management and finally the processing of solid waste. There are mainly three. First one is characteristics of municipal solid waste. Then number two is stages of solid waste management. Then finally processing of solid waste. Types of characteristics of waste. Food waste. Food waste there are resulting from the handling, preparation, cooking and eating for foods. These are highly food riskable and decompose rapidly in warm weather conditions. Examples of meat, bones, fruit residues, vegetable residues, oiled food items, and etc. Number two, characteristic rubbish. These are the solid wastes of households, institutions, commercial activities, etc. These wastes don't decompose rapidly. These waste don't decompose rapidly. Decompose means it is degraded into the soil. There are mainly two: conceptible rubbish and non-conceptible rubbish. Combustible rubbish examples of paper, cardboard, wood, rubber, leather, textiles, furniture, gardener trimmings, and etc. Non-combustible rubbish, glass, crockery, tin cans, aluminum cans, metals, and etc. Third one is the municipal solid waste characteristic. Third one is treatment plant waste. Waste generated from treatment plants. The specific characteristics of these materials vary depending on the nature of the treatment processes. Like example, solid and semi-solid waste from water, wastewater, and industrial waste treatment plants. Then number four, construction and demolition waste. Waste generated from constructions, like any type of houses, big buildings and apartments, and other institutions and bus standings and railway stations and the hospitals. So any of department or constructions of the buildings, the waste material, burning of wood, coal, coke, and other combustible materials. Example fine, powdery materials, clinker, cinder, partially burned materials, etc. Sixth one is special waste. Waste not included in any of the above categories, like street sweepings, roadside litter, catch pit debris, dead animals, abandoned vehicles, and etc. So these five mainly six characteristics of municipal solid waste. Number one, food waste. Then number two, rubbish. Number three, treatment plant waste. Then number four, construction and demolition waste. Number five, ashes and residues. Last one, six, special waste. So this is the components of the municipal solid waste material. Then I explain solid waste management stages of municipal solid waste stages. So what are the municipal solid waste stages? Right. This is the municipal solid waste management stage. Okay, everyone watch this picture. Municipal solid waste stage. The number one is generation. Okay, down arrow. Number two, on-site handling and processing. Then number three, collection and transportation. Number four, processing. Last one is disposal. On-site handling, processing symbol, the through and processing recovery of reusable material. Okay, so this is the stages of municipal solid waste materials. First one is generation, where the particular characteristics we know food items, rubbish materials, treatment plant waste, construction and special. These are the generation of the on-site handling and processing of solid waste. The activities involved in handling of solid waste and every day waste outside our street, corner of our street. Involved handling of solid waste at the point of generation until they are placed in the containers. Okay, containers. One particular area outside our street and corner, our street corners. These containers are used for waste material. So that is the outside hand. Handling required to move the filled container to the collection point and to return the empty container to the generation point for the next collection. Outside handling. Okay. In particular, the point of the collection of the waste material, the characteristics of solid waste to be collected, the frequency of collection and space available for the placement of the container, decide the capacity and type of container used for on-site handling. Next, on-site processing of solid waste is used to recover the reusable materials from the solid waste. This process also helps in reducing the volume of solid waste or alerting the physical from of the solid waste. Manual sorting, compaction, and incineration are the most common on-site processing operations adopted. So this is the on-site handling, and processing and collection of the waste material. Next, collection and transportation, collection and transportation. Collection of solid waste include all the activities related with the gathering of solid waste from its of generation point and location where the collection vehicles are emitted. So collections like the rural and urban municipal corporations use the vehicles, tractors and rickshaws, and some of the vehicles are used to collections of the waste materials. Okay, trucks, okay, tractors. So these are vehicles are used for the um, solid waste materials, municipal materials. So when the point of the solid waste container is empty, automatically the next time we fill the waste materials. Next day, the collection of the solid waste materials. This is the collection and transportation. Next, processing, municipal solid waste processing. The processing is the main purpose of processing techniques used in solid waste management to improve the efficiency of solid waste management system. The purpose of processing, the first one is the improve of efficiency of solid waste management system. Number two, the recover the usable materials for reuse. Reuse. For example, glass type materials, next paper, waste paper type materials, cardboard. So, and there some of the waste materials also regenerated. So, to recover the usable material for reuse. Next, to recover conversion, production, products and energy. Third one is conversion, products and energy. To recover conversion, products and energy. Energy, some of the waste materials due to some of the waste materials from to generate energy. So that is the produce of energy. That is the first one is the efficiency and solid waste management system. Second one is to recover the usable material for reuse. Third one to recover conversion products and energy. Next, techniques of processing. Techniques of processing. The processing of solid waste including 5 techniques. There are 5. Number one is compaction, mechanical volume reduction. Number one, compaction. Number two, incineration, chemical volume reduction. Then number three, shredding, mechanical size reduction. Number four, component component separation. Number five, dyeing and dewatering, moisture content reduction. So these are the 5 techniques of the processing. Compaction in almost all solid waste management systems. The reduction of volume is an important factor. Collection vehicles with compaction mechanisms are used for the collection of solid waste to increase the useful life of landfill. Wastes are compacted before being covered. Recently, high pressure compactors are developed and used to reduce landfill requirements. Stationary and movable type of compaction equipment are used for the process of compaction. So that is a compaction, which means the mechanical volume reduction. Collections, vehicles with compaction mechanisms are used for the collection of solid waste. Collection of solid waste. The number two is incineration. The second technique of the solid waste management processing. Second one is incineration. Incineration is the most commonly used method for reduce the volume of waste chemically. The incineration process is now used for both production and production. It has the ability to reduce the original volume of combustible solid waste by about 80 to 90%. Air pollution is the main problem in this process. By using air pollution control equipment, this problem can be reduced and avoided. So then number two is incineration. It is the most commonly used method for reduce the volume of waste chemicals. Okay, solid type of chemicals and semi-solid type of chemicals and harmful and hazardous chemicals is apply this process. It is a purified and clean the this waste materials. So this 80 to 90% of the this process are applied in any solid or semi-solid waste materials also. Okay. One problem is arise use the control of air pollution equipment and these problems can be reduced and avoided. Next, shredding. Shredding means mechanical size reduction. Mechanical size reduction. The objective of this process is to obtain a final product of uniform reduced size in comparison to its original form. Size reduction does not imply volume reduction. The total volume after shredding may be higher than that of before shredding in some situation. Another important application of size reduction is that the shredded waste can be disposed of in landfills without using daily power. Shredding is commonly used in systems designed to recover materials and energy from solid waste. So shredding is another techniques of the solid waste management, solid waste processing. This purpose is mechanical size reduction. Okay. Next, component separation. Component separation is necessary operation in the recovery of reusable materials from solid waste. In the separation process, either manual or mechanical processes are used. In case of manual separation, pre-processing of these waste is not required, whereas in mechanical separation, some from the form of size reduction is essential as a first step. So, component separation means we know some all the waste materials like rubbish materials mainly in rubbish materials the separation of paper next polythene plastic and cardboard materials aluminum materials and metals materials and glass type materials newspapers materials and other all type materials in the municipal solid waste compulsory separate because the recycling process. What is the recycling? The materials. What are the recycling materials? Papers, newspapers, glass, aluminum, metals. These are the plastic. These are the mainly common renewable materials. Any renewable materials is also reused. Okay, any recycling materials also reused. So this is the components operation. Next, dyeing and dewatering. In the process, the last one, techniques of the process of solid waste. In the process, the shredded waste materials is pre-dried to decrease its weight by removing the moisture. If there is any need for incineration of sludge from treatment plants, then dewatering is essential. Okay, the drying and dewatering methods, main concept is pre-dried to decrease the weight by removing the moisture. Okay. In solid waste, municipal solid, especially high moisture contained animals, dungs, and waste materials and waste food materials. Some moisture content is very high. The time this process is completely decreased, uh, solid waste moisture in the solid waste material. So this is the municipal solid waste materials, municipal solid waste materials stages. The number one is generation, then number two is site handling and processing. It means one particular area containers fill in the waste materials, then after separation of the waste. So on-site handling and processing. Next one is collection and transportation, municipal vehicles and one thing, any municipal vehicles, tractors, trucks, rickshaws, compulsory fill with waste materials and covered by the any other type of metals. Okay, compulsory covered with some of the metals or materials, cover sheets. Okay, it's the process mainly reduce of the air pollution and water pollution. So this process compulsory waste materials they covered with some covers. Next, disposals, processing. There are mainly the processing purpose mainly to improve the energy, the improve the good atmosphere and good environment, and improve the efficiency of solid waste management. Next, next reusable materials. This is the processing purpose and processing. There are mainly five types of processing techniques. The number one is compaction. The number two is incineration. Number three is shredding. Number four is component separation. Last one is drying and dewatering. The five techniques of the solid waste and materials processing. The last one is disposal. Disposal, the disposal, finally, there are mainly recycling, like recycling, and there are mainly any recycling materials also reduced. Next, reduced materials, dead bodies and other waste materials. So the type of animal dead bodies and animal waste materials also it is compulsory reduced and reduced. Reduced there are mainly two. Number one is burning and number two is dumping. Burning material dumping, the burning and dumping. There are main two these reduce of the solid waste material. So this is the disposal of the processing of the waste materials. Next, we discussed about hazardous waste materials, hazardous waste management, hazardous waste management, hazardous waste management. So, what is the hazardous waste and what is the process of hazardous waste materials and how to management of the hazardous waste? What are the sources of hazardous waste? Next, what are the characteristics of hazardous waste? Next, what are the classifications of hazardous waste? And finally, main sources are the main stages of the solid waste, hazardous waste management. So, hazardous waste. Hazardous waste create danger, waste that create danger to the living community immediately or over a period of time are called as hazardous waste. Once again, waste that create danger to the living community, waste that create danger to the living community immediately or over a period of time are called as hazardous waste. Over a period of time are called as hazardous waste. The hazardous wastes are often form of the safe collection, handling, and disposal of these wastes are very important, and great care and caution should be taken for these processes. Okay, so hazardous chemicals like chemical, biological, flammable, explosive or radioactive waste are some of the types of hazardous. Understand? Chemicals, biological, flammable, explosive or radioactive waste are some of the types of hazardous waste examples. Okay, waste that create danger to the living community immediately or over a period of time are called as hazardous waste. Characteristics of hazardous waste. Characteristics. Hazardous waste characteristics. Number one is toxicity. The hazardous waste can be toxic to living things when ingested or absorbed. The toxicity of hazardous waste will produce metabolic disorders, poisoning, cancer, and mutations in the respirator. So, the number one characteristics of the hazardous waste, toxicity, reactivity, and ignitability, radioactivity, and corrosivity. These are the main characteristics of the hazardous waste. Then sources of hazardous waste. Even through main industries are producing the more amount of hazardous waste. Hospitals and biological research centers are the principal sources. So, what are the main sources of the hazardous waste? Automobile industries, chemical industries, coal industries, lighting industries, hospital and research laboratories, leather industries, metallurgical industries, paint related industries, petroleum industries, and textile industries. They mainly sources of hazardous waste are 10 sources. 10 sources. The main number one automobile industry, chemical industry, coal manufacturing, coal industry. Next, electro-operating industry, laboratory, leather industry, metallurgical industry, paint and related industries, petroleum industries, and textile industry. So the 10 industries are main sources of the hazardous waste. So the industries from these 10 waste industries, uh, hazardous waste, toxic area activity, ignitable activity, porosities, these type of sources of characteristics of waste materials or hazardous waste materials come from the industry, sources of manufacturing industry. Okay, classifications of hazardous waste. Classification. The hazardous waste are into five categories. Into five categories. Number one, substances. Number two, chemicals. Number three, biological waste. Number four, flammable waste. And number five, explosives. Explosives. These five are the main characteristics, classifications of the solid waste materials. Radioactive emitting ionizing radiation are being defined as radioactive substances. These are hazardous because of the exposure to radiation result in damage to the living organism. Substances are to be handled with more care because they contaminate air, water, and land, and dangerous living system of living organisms and retain over long period. The time period of continuous radiation is generally in all life. These radioactive waste contaminates both biotic community, both biotic and abiotic component. It means sources of radioactive pollution there are main. Number one, natural sources. Then number two, man-made sources. Okay, classification hazardous waste. The number one is radioactive substances. Radioactive substances are main two sources of the radioactive substances. Number one is natural, number is man-made or artificial. Natural sources like cosmic rays from outer space. Number two, occurring radioisotopes. These are the two natural. Next, number two, man-made sources of the radioactive pollution. Number one, nuclear weapons. Two, atomic reactors and nuclear fuel. Number three, mining radioactive elements. Uh, Number four, radioactive isotopes. Those are the main sources of the radioactive pollution. Next, number two, chemicals. Number one is number one classifications of the radioactive substances. Then number two is chemicals. The extensive use of chemicals for industrial and agriculture purpose is the cause of chemical pollution. Most of the chemical waste are highly toxic or most of the living organisms. Number two is chemicals. After manufacturing industry or any after manufacturing and any chemical industry, compulsory releasing of the solid waste, semi-solid waste and hazardous chemicals, okay, and as well as on a household purpose and agriculture purpose, use the fertilizers and pesticides, toxic metals in industrial waste, and solid waste techniques are some of the sources of chemical radioactive pollution. So this is the chemical. Various types of industries like petroleum, steel, fertilizers, and non-ferrous metals industries are producing the common pollutants as well as toxic pollutants like cad- cadmium, mercury, chromium, lead, arsenic, barium. These chemicals are industries are the main sources of the chemical releasing of the waste water or hazardous water or waste so this is the another classifications of the hazardous waste solid waste material. Next, third one is biological waste. Biological wastes are also generated as by product of industrial biological conversion. The principal sources of these wastes are hospitals and biological research stations. These types of waste have the ability to and infect other living organisms during surgery, hypodermic needles, bandages, and expired medicines are included in the group. The number waste is the main example is the hospital waste materials. This is the one of the classifications of the hazardous waste material. Next, these wastes mainly be in liquid, gases, or solid form, but most often they are liquid. Typically, some oils, pesticides, and organic. Most of the flammable hazardous wastes are also identified as hazardous. So, flammable waste is another classification of the solid waste material. Next, explosives. These wastes are resulting from weapons manufacturing. Okay, weapons manufacturing. Some of the industrial gases are also included in this group. These wastes have a high potential for hazardous in storage, collection, and disposal. These wastes may exist in solid, liquid, or gaseous form. So these five classifications of the hazardous solid waste. Number one, radioactive substances. Then number two, chemicals. Number three, biological waste. Number five, explosives. Next, common hazardous waste. Some of the common hazardous waste are cyanide and fluoride waste, cyanide and fluoride waste, alkaline and acidic sludge containing heavy metal, finishing waste, waste containing chromium, lead, zinc, barium, mercury. Next, dye and spent chemicals. Next, phenolic waste, discarded containers, and other waste materials of the common hazardous waste. Next, management of the hazardous waste material. Management hazardous waste hazardous solid waste management stages. Number one is generation, generation. And number two is storage. Number three is collection and transportation. Number four, treatment, and then number five, storage. Last one is disposal. So The mainly hazardous waste, solid waste generation. We know the mainly generation of the textile manufacturing and coal industries, chemical industries, automobile industries, leather industries, metallurgical industries, paint and related industries, petroleum industries, textile industries. These are the main generation points of the hazardous solid waste. Next, storage. The storage of hazardous waste is an intermittent measure. Generally, the storage of hazardous waste is carried out temporarily prior of to the treatment process or until its disposal. Storage measures, which include contaminants in tanks, metal drums, and above ground concrete wallets are determined by the type of waste. So, storage of the hazardous waste, like contaminated in tanks and metal drums and above ground concrete wallets. So, these are the main storage of the hazardous waste material. Next, collection and transportation of hazardous waste. The collection of hazardous waste for delivery from the on-site storage places to the treatment or disposal units is normally done by the waste generation generator or a specialized hauler. The loading of collection vehicles is done in any of the there are mainly two types. Number one, the sealed drums or other sealed containers with the stored the hazardous waste are loaded to the collection vehicle by either manually or mechanically. So number one is the how to collection of the hazardous waste. The number one is collection and transportation of the sealed containers or drums and tankers. So that is the first one. Number two is the waste stored in tanks or either drained or pumped into the collection vehicle. This is the second. So these are the collection and transportation of the hazardous solid waste material. Next, number three, next treatment of the hazardous solid waste materials. There are mainly two. To recover useful material from the waste. Number one, to recover useful materials from the waste. Number two, to prepare the waste for disposal. To prepare the waste disposal. So this is the treatment. Next, storage. Any of the materials, radioactive materials, storage stored in the tanks, tankers, and drums, sealed drums and sealed tankers. Disposal, disposal of the hazardous waste. Disposal is the final step in the waste management process. It is the permanent isolation of the hazardous waste. The low-level wastes such as range rags or gouges after stabilization and packing are disposed through shallow land burial in a dry areas and it above ground sealed concrete wallets in humid or wet areas. The high-level wastes are generally disposed in thousands of feet below ground. Deep geological disposal in the best method to dispose of the most radioactive waste. The disposal method used for mixed waste depends on the treatment applied and the resulting waste characteristics. So this is the disposal of the waste materials, hazardous waste materials. So disposal of the waste, solid waste materials. So this class we discussed about municipal solid waste, class characteristics, and stages of municipal solid waste, and the processing of solid waste, municipal solid waste. Then we discussed about hazardous waste, hazardous classifications of the hazardous waste, characteristics of the hazardous waste, sources of the hazardous waste, and the stages of the hazardous waste, and the processing of the hazardous waste. So next class we discuss another topic.